This is today's The Hindu. So the first news itself, Draupadi Murmu is President of India. So you need to study about President portion of Lakshmikant. This is not my personal achievement. It is the achievement of every poor person in country. That's what Draupadi Murmu said. Fifteenth President. First tribal women. Youngest president, at the age of 64. She took her oath of office in Hindi to preserve, protect, and defend the constitution of law. It is a tribute to the to the power of a democracy that a daughter born in a remote tribal area can reach the highest constitutional position in India. So she came from Odisha's Mayurbhanj, one of the most underdeveloped districts in India, to the Rashtrapati Bhavan. So that was her speech. Tribal flair in first speech. Beginning her speech with the traditional tribal greeting of Johar. So she is from Odisha. To ending it with a poem by Odia saint Pimboy. So please note it down, these names can be asked in prelims. Pimboy, tribal legacy. Her election reflected dreams, potential of women and daughters of the country. So support from all quarters. Then Xi Jinping sends regards. Thoughts from the world. Okay, so that is Draupadi Murmu. And there is not much thing there on the first page. Coming to second page. So Delhi regional news. So without that, I think we need to go to the editorial section. Monkeypox is also coming in news. Rajasthan water row. User politics. Yeah, fresh floods in Godavari create panic. Comes under geography. Though people have returned from relief camps, power and water supply. So where this happened? Godavari, Rajmundry, fresh Godavari. And for the second time in past 15 days, Nelluru, West Godavari districts of Andhra. So it comes also under disaster management. Thousands of families were affected. Okay. West Polavaram Dam project. Okay. Punjab Delhi plans SOPs for farmers to stop stubble burning. Comes under environment. So they giving concessions to Punjab and Delhi. Okay, this comes under art and culture. Ravi Verma's skin seek Bharatna for him. Proposal by Kilimanur Palace highlights the impact of his works on generations. Ahead of 175 birth anniversary of the legendary artist Raja Ravi comes under painting. Okay, aesthetics, redefined art practice during the colonial era. Erstwhile royal family of Kilimanur urged the Union government to posthumously confer the Bharat Ratna to him. Shin Reddy. So, who was Raja Ravi Verma? Creative excellence, path-breaking innovations, artistic prowess, exceptional performance. Ramavarma Tamburan polarized characters of myth and classical literature with his masterly brushstrokes. His paintings continue to inspire generations, except art, architecture, culture, religion, textiles. Hinduism applies to him, changing the images of gods and goddesses into human form. There's not much facts. 7,000 paintings in total. Chitrashala, an unfinished portrait of Parsi lady, was his last work. Born in Kilamanur, Travancore, Kerala. So his popular works: Lady in the Moonlight, Nair Lady adorning her hair, Malabar Lady with violin, Lady with swarbath, Maharashtrian Lady with fruits. So these are his popular works, mostly ladies. Okay. Then coming to the most important part of the Hindu, global editorial. A global order caught up in a swirl of chaos. It comes under IR, Ukraine-Russia conflict. Is only one of the main strands, altering the contours of world governance. So still the war is going on. So what M.K. Narayanan is security expert. Adrift at the end of the 20th century, the world of 21st century is proving to be highly chaotic. Now it's a chaotic world according to M.K. Narayanan. Chaotic geopolitical experts in the West confine their findings at present solely to the impact of conflict, believing that this alone would determine not only war and peace, but other crucial aspects. So it's altering the contours of world governance. So taking place, Olaf Scholz, Russia-Ukraine, possession of West over Russia-Ukraine. Europe may be rudderless. China-Russia link. India and the neighborhood churn in West Asia. Nuclear deterrence. Finally, in the wake of Western allegations about the possible use by Russia of tactical or battlefield nuclear weapons, concerns are beginning to be expressed by US academics. There is existing gap between India and China in terms of India's nuclear deterrent capability. Now first use being adduced is that a wide gap exists today in regard to China and India's wide gap. There is wide gap. Important for India to guard against such pernicious attempts. It is time to undo its carefully negotiated structured nuclear policy and doctrine and be inveigled into any anti-China Western move on this front. Then learning lessons. India must step up research and prepare adequate defense against monkeypox. Health. So it is a concern, monkeypox. More visible manifestations such as rashes, blisters, that spread only through close contact and is fatal only to the extremely immunocompromised. So more research should be done in this area. Eradicated monkeypox is suspected to have amplified due to reduced immunity against smallpox virus. Reform bail law comes under polity, but makes the right diagnosis first. Any reimagination of law needs to be examined the exact nature, what is causing large scale under-trial incarceration. So to reduce the under trials, what should be done? Reform bail law. Lack of safeguards, approach to bail adjudication, combines flawed assumptions. Bail system as it currently generates operates as flawed assumption that every arrested person will be property to have access to property to social connections. It presumes that risk of financial loss is necessary to ensure the presence of the accused in court. Options have the effect of rendering the rule of bail, not jail. So, a significant portion of under-trial persons for any bail law to effectively provide relief, violation of the set presumptions is imperative. There is an urgent need for bail reform, but it would be counterproductive to undertake a reform exercise without first developing the empirical basis to understand and diagnose the problem at hand. What are the bail conditions in giving the bail? Backsliding on climate action. Western nations have started reinterpreting the Paris deal and took to downgrade their commitments. Mahrum is in Germany. By Germany, Austria, and Netherlands are cranking up their coal plants again. Downgrading commitments comes under environment. Tirumurthy. Holding their feet to the fire. Then in science and tech, there is explainer private sector boost in India's space industry. How does a strong space sector contribute to overall development? What are the role of the private players like SpaceX in US, in India? Why is development space sector important? Beneficial to bolster connectivity and combat climate related implications. As an integration of aerospace, hardware, telecom sectors. Investment in this arena would foster positive carryover effects. ഇന്ത്യ എവിടെയാണ് ഗ്ലോബൽ സ്പേസ് മാർക്കറ്റിൽ? India is the sixth largest player. So first one is UK, Canada, China. So US is the top leader. US is the first one. Then UK, Canada, China, Germany, and then India. Because NASA is in US. So in India, how it is regulated? Private sector involvement in space. National Space Promotion Authorization Center in space was made. So we already said about mail reform. Eastern bail orders. Under trial. The guidelines. Court has made a specific observation. It is clearly that there need not be any insistence bail application by strict compliance of the mandate laid down in the judgment of Siddharth. Clear direction of the court. Country, society come before ideology. Prime Minister. Myanmar junta executes for political collegium system. Recommends 35 names for judges in 6 high courts. Sorry for the delay. I just saved the document. Now it's showing. Okay, we will stop. Origin recommends 35. Tribal legacy. Mayurbanj. Sandal community. So expect a question from Sandals. Mayurbanj, Odisha, etc. Gibox virus has evolved. Medical test for pilot license recognize trans persons. Sushi tightened security grip ahead of third term. Political training for police forces to ensure full loyalty to the president. Sunak talks tough on China ahead of UK debate with Truss. So in economy, EAC member. What is EAC? Advisory Council member backs pays use of forex reserve. Stabilized rupee, now rupee is depreciating using forex reserve. So I think that's all for today. World sport events. Your minister. So that's the Hindu. Keep reading and revising. See you next day. Till then, bye.